Okay, so this is to show you how to use Big Blue Button. So the first thing I'm going to do is add my conference. I'm typically do enable recording, and depending on, I don't know if students are coming or not, I go ahead and usually what I'll do is I'll put week 1 conference, and then I usually go underscore, then I go March 5th, because that's today, then I go underscore, then I put the time, which is approximately 3 p.m., and then I will put the topic, okay? And I am not inviting anybody to this test, so I'm removing all of that, and I'm going to say update. But you want to make sure that everybody's selected. Now, I'm going to go ahead and click Start, and you may have to make sure that your Adobe Flash Player is up to date, and also your JavaScript. But I've gotten around using the Java portion of it, the Oracle Java. Those are two things that are constantly. So make sure that you go in 15 minutes before your, 20 minutes before, to make sure that you don't have to update any of your software. Typically, then I'll click on microphone because you're speaking, and test, and it tests it, which is fine, perfect.
You are currently the only person in this conference.
And then what I do is I will upload a slide. So I will go ahead and select. I've already got a slide that I used on Monday, because I do my conferences on Monday so that they have the whole week. And documents, documents, and typically it wants to be, you can do it in PowerPoint and then convert it to it'll take a PowerPoint slide, but it prefers a PDF. Mine is not. I realize I didn't save it as a PDF, but this is a PowerPoint slide. Sometimes what happens with the PowerPoint slide, it'll get distorted. This one seems to work, so I didn't, but next time I go in and update this for week 2, I'll convert it to a PDF. So there's my title slide. Now, I typically, I don't have a bank of slides because I'm actually reviewing the course with the students. So I will go ahead and then, well, now we have to open our screen. So we've got our slide in, and then you click on this, it says open screen share. You have 2 choices. You have Java, and that's what you're going to have to constantly update, or you have WebRTC. Now this is through Google, and what it asks you to do when you set it up is to download something into, if you have a Gmail account, it added something to my Gmail, so then I have no problem. So I do WebRTC, but Java works. But the Java, and I'll show you the Java. Let's see if Java. So if you do the Java, it's going to say, you're going to click on Start. Then it's going to download a file. And I'm going to say Keep. And then you have to click the little arrow, and I'm going to say Open. And I hate this. So that's why I don't use this anymore, because I think with my new computer, since I've had to rebuild my computer, I've been doing the WebRTC. So my Java's not up to date. So I'm going to do WebRTC. It gives me my 2 screens, and then I'm going to click the one that shows the slide. I'm going to click Share because I have 2 monitors. I haven't used the Java because now that they have this built-in WebRTC, I've been using it and having very good results with it. So you'll have to try it out. You'll need to do a test run and see which way is going to work for you. Once you see your screen being shared, there's my slide. I go ahead and then minimize the screen sharing presenter view. And then what I do is I go ahead and hit record, and I start recording, at the time that you're supposed to record. Now, I typically will go into the course, so I have when you open Big Blue Button, it opens it in a separate tab, which means the course is still available. So then I will go in through here, as you've seen me do in the past, and I will review each of what's needed for the week. That's why I do it on Monday. So I want to make sure that they have all the information that's due, because discussion questions, if it's 2 discussion questions. They're due Tuesday and Thursday typically, except for week 4. They're due Monday, Wednesday, since the class is ended on Friday. And then typically then the rest of the assignments I have due on Sunday, except for the last week, which is due on Thursday at 11:59 p.m. Okay? So as you know, I go back and forth, and what I'll do is I'll periodically go back. If I'm not in the big blue button, I will be going back here to see if anybody's, if I encourage my students, as you know, to be on mic so that they can talk to me. So that's the record button up here, but we're not going to record this, okay, because this is just a test. But when it was time, you'd go ahead and select it. So we'll go ahead and start it so you can see. But the people are going to be listed here. All your students are going to be listed here. You can turn your webcam on if you want. I don't know. Somewhere they said we have to. I haven't been dinged on it, so I've never done it and don't know that I will. And then over here is the public chat. They encourage us to put links up in there too if you're talking about something. So if I go to a website, I will copy the URL and then I will, bring it back here and I'll put it into the chat if students need it, okay? But that's pretty much it. Now, there are ways to write on the slides and stuff. I don't do it, so I don't know, because I'm all over the place, as you know. So you'd have to just play with it. These are tools for you to be able to write directly on here. And you can put a slide presentation in it, because I only have one slide. It doesn't have anywhere to go. But when you put multiple slides in, there's a way to move to the next slide. Okay? All right. And then when you stop, you usually... I usually just say, this is Professor Chisholm signing off for Week 1 conference, WGD 1030, Web Programming 1. Make sure that you either hit a 30 minutes if there's no students, or if you have students, that you go the full hour, okay? That doesn't mean you have to lecture the full hour, but you have to go the full hour, all right? So then when you're done, you go ahead and hit the stop the recording button, say yes, and then you hit the log out button. And that will then... and it just says yes, and did you have a great experience? And what happens is, what you now need to do is you have to go back into your conference link and you have to end it. Okay, now it's now sort of uploading to the system, so you can't share the link yet until it's had a chance to render, essentially. So you'll have to come back. So this one's rendered. When it's rendered, when you click on it, see, you can't click on this one. When it's rendered, you want to click on the video link, and then you want to copy that, and then you're going to put that up under your front page conference link under your week 1, and copy the link, and then by the end of the course, you'll have all 4 links in there. Okay? That pretty much sums it up. So if you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. All right. Bye.